Okay, I deeply apologize for anyone curious about what that was at the end of part one. The thing that happened during my Simpsons bracket was the whole warning thing happened, and I'm not going through that whole BS again. So I decided, so from now on, I'm just going to make it like a part one, part two thing if that happens. So here we are, part two. Back to what I was saying about the Patricia device. Gender, like, episodes are not typically my favorite, but this was. I still give it a 4. I still like this one. This is one of the better versions of it. I just didn't really find the Jesse parts of this episode that, like, great. Still a solid episode. I did like the man cave stuff, and even seeing the robot wife, like, destroy everything was funny. And I actually liked the ending where Jesse's like, you don't need to be defined by as a mother or a wife. And she's like, the robot's like, wife is like, yeah, I can murder anyone. Like, that was funny. That was good. Episode 7, Terry and Corvo steal a bear. Whoops. The title's a lie. It's just more of the wall story. Here it is. The long-awaited wall story. Well, I guess wall episode, I should more so say. Episodes 3 and 4 had a bit of it. 3 and 5 had a bit of it. But this is the episode. This episode is just all about it. And because of that, I cannot say much about the episode. Just know that it is a masterpiece. It's easily the best of the season. It gets a 5 out of 5. I've watched through the rest of, all I'm going to say is that the rest of the wall stuff in season 1, I didn't like it that much. I was thinking, was the wall stuff ever good? But then I watched this episode and I was like, no, that was dumb of me thinking that. I just had to wait a bit until the actual, like, full episode. So yeah, don't know much to say. It's amazing and is the best of the season, which really makes it stink that I can't talk to you guys about it, but yeah. Episode 8, the season finale already. Retrace your stabilizer. The pupa turns orange, so Terry and Corvo use time-traveling shoes to go back to their homeworld. Meanwhile, Yumulak tries to get nicer with help from his virtual self. Also, pupa helps an old woman, yada yada yada. This is another great episode, a 5 out of 5. Well, not as good as Terry and Corvo steal a bear. I do think this is a great episode in and of its own. Again, the plots here are just really fun. Seeing Terry and Corvo time travel is nice. It's a fun little time travel story where you don't need to take things too seriously. Then you also have, Yumulak actually trying to be nice to Jesse for once, and he uses, again, his virtual self. It's fun. It's a really fun finale. In terms of highlights, you got my boy Vando, and by my boy, I mean I hate him, and I love how much I hate him. In terms of other ones, you have Corvo making love to equations, so that was dumb but really funny. Then you have Terry commenting on how fat Corvo has gotten, which, dang. Then you also have Terry and Corvo's reactions to them talking about each other for the first time during the time travel stuff. Also, this is really random, but why does Yumulak just loving Hawkeye is so? It's random, but it's funny. I think it's specifically because it's Hawkeye of all superheroes. I'm barely into superhero stuff myself, so I can't comment how cool Hawkeye actually is. But the fact that it's not one of the popular guys, no, it's just Hawkeye. That's funny. Solar Opposites writers, if you're able to make a season 6, you should totally do an episode where Yumulak just talks about his love for Hawkeye for 22 minutes. It's the best episode of television ever. And that is season 1 of Solar Opposites. At the ranking, at the bottom of number 8, we have the Quantum Ring, the Unstable Gray Hole, the Matter Transfer Ray, the Patricia Device, and the Booster Manifold. But then for the 5 out of 5s, we have the Lava Tick Reactor. I still know how to say that correctly. Retracer Stabilizer, and then Terry and Corvo Steal a Bear, which is the best episode, but also the one I can barely talk about. I obviously enjoyed Solar Opposites Season 1. This is the first season review I am doing where there was not a single any episode below a 4. I liked every single one of these episodes. Well, the first few episodes were just good. It started to get, I think, starting with Booster Manifold, the season started to get turn into something special. And it really shows just how great Solar Opposites is. Because, yeah, sure, it's dumb. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's obviously goofy. And that's why I love it. Instead of Rick and Morty, which, by the way, I've always liked Solar Opposites more than Rick and Morty. I do not care enough to have this discussion. I always thought that it was a no-brainer that the show is better. It was simply just fun seeing a sci-fi show where they just embrace the stupidity. Admittedly, it could be very fast-paced, which if that's not your style, I completely get it. But for me, I think it's good. I think it's enjoyable.